Once again, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the New South Heavyweight Championship. When the match begins, your official in charge, Garrett Kent. Introducing first, currently on the outside of the ring, he is the challenger from the South's most dangerous playground. Weighing in at 180 natty, his pronouns are King and Daddy. The man of the house, the Carolina Reaper. This is Gadsden. And his opponent in the corner to my right, he is the reigning and defending New South Heavyweight Champion from Scottsboro, Alabama. He is all business. He is Tyler Franks.
It's a matchup since the moment it was announced. I think sent waves through the locker room as everyone knew what we were about to witness here tonight. Jackson Drake already showing blatant disrespect for the New South Heavyweight Championship. That right there is the prize on the line. Main event time. Franks, Drake, right here. Gadsden, Alabama. Your Alabama Jam main event underway. These two, no stranger to one another, have mixed it up in the ring. Multiple promotions across the Southeast. First time ever here in a New South ring.
Well, something important to note there, Carmen, and we have seen an awful lot of this. Tyler Franks with that New South Heavyweight Championship is a different beast entirely than Tyler Franks anywhere else on any night in the world. That belt, it's almost like it gives him a buff of sorts. Tyler Franks has taken on all comers from all over the world of independent wrestling. We saw his biggest challenge to date at Anniversary 9 as he defeated our Haas 2024 winner Richard Holiday. Has also taken on so many other newcomers to New South, and now taking on the returning Jackson Drake, just proving that no challenge is too big for Tyler Franks.
It's been 2 years away for Jackson Drake, who we last saw at Anniversary 7, not only winning, Tyler Franks looking to put this away early. You can sense the urgency here between both athletes who certainly know what each bring to the table. But back to my point, Jackson Drake not only won the Battle Royal at Anniversary 7, but went on later that same night, earned himself an opportunity in the signed, sealed, and delivered ladder match, and came fingertips away from becoming New South #1 contender. And in those 2 years away, this is someone who's been traveling the country nonstop. You've seen him on NWA, AEW, WWE, with recent matches against Trevor Lee, Brian Keith, and someone we are very familiar with in the Kenway.
2 fingers up.
The current Firestar Pro Wrestling Southeastern champion, looking to add the biggest prize in independent wrestling to his mantle. He certainly has a huge obstacle in the way, known as All Business Tyler Franks, who, as you mentioned, Rob, has been on another level since making his return back at Southern Hostility in May.
And Jackson Drake, as we've already saw and as you made note of at the beginning of the match, showing a lot of disrespect. But as you also said, one of the last times we saw him, an impressive showing, trying to vie for that opportunity to become the #1 contender for that very championship. This 2 years, I can tell you right now, that's something that's been on the mind of Jackson Drake. And while he might be showing the disrespect, I can guarantee this means a lot to him to be in this position, finally challenging for this championship that has eluded him for his whole career.
These two men normally would consider each other friends, but with the title on the line, all is thrown out the window. And speaking of which, Tyler Franks looking to throw caution to the wind, and Jackson Drake had it scouted.
As you said, these two have been in the ring together quite a lot. Even whenever they haven't been in the ring together, they've been on a lot of the same shows together. They have scouted each other and have been scouting for a very long time.
Tyler Franks snatching up Jackson Drake. Jackson with a stiff chop. The senior official Garrett Kent pleading for both men to get back in the ring. Of course, championship cannot change hands on the outside. Must be decided by pinfall or submission in the center of the ring. Reversal from Tyler Franks, who sends Jackson Drake face first into the post.
Jackson's going to have a hard time definitely getting back into the ring after that. Franks has got him down with a suplex.
Folks, not a lot of give there. You see, Garrett Kent already up to a count of 7. Being very lenient, but when push comes to shove, we've seen time and time again, Garrett Kent not afraid to show his authority. A leg sweep from Jackson Drake. Jackson Drake, suicide dive through the bottom and middle rope. Telling the crowd to take a good look at what could possibly be your next New South heavyweight champion.
You know, and that is a very, very real possibility. We talk an awful lot about the athleticism of Tyler Franks, but Jackson Drake has got a lot of that similar athleticism in spades, and we have definitely been seeing that in the early moments of this matchup.
Jackson Drake on the prowl, looking to inflict more punishment onto Tyler Franks.
Jackson just stalking Franks all the way in. That boot connected. Looks like he caught the back of the ear of Tyler Franks.
Now targeting the temple of Tyler Franks. You mentioned it, Rob. Caught him in the ear, and just then you saw driving his knee into the temple. Of course, you know just as well as anyone with your history as a boxer, you dislodge or you disrupt the eardrum. You're going to throw off the equilibrium of your opponent. Now, uppercut from Tyler Franks.
I've definitely been there myself, and Tyler Franks, I gotta say, I'm impressed. And I say that word all the time whenever we call Tyler Franks matches, but very impressed with his ability to just kind of shake that off and get right back into the thick of things.
Jackson Drake pulling the tights of Tyler Franks, sending him face first into the middle turnbuckle.
This viciousness of Jackson Drake, man, this is something that Tyler Franks just, I don't know, so far in this matchup, it seems like he's having a really hard time just trying to find a way to deal with this.
Senton from Jackson Drake. Just taking a nice look around. Cover made. Not enough weight put on the shoulders of the New South champion. We saw Jackson taking a moment to gaze around the audience. Not only are we jam-packed in the room, Rob, if you take a look around, you can see out in the lobby, it is standing room only. Folks in the lobby with the curtains peeled, watching this main event. Everyone wants their eyes. It's a curtain sellout as Tyler Franks sent into the turnbuckle, up and over, looking, thought for a schoolboy. Jackson Drake catches the leg of Tyler Franks. You see the sweat flying. It is 93 degrees here in Gadsden. It's deep stack on the pin.
And that's something right there when you talk about like that heat plays a factor. There's a reason we bring factors like that up. These athletes are having to work that much harder, fighting through that much more, losing their breath with every single shot.
It's football season, they say. It's fall, they say. Tell that to Alabama. As Jackson Drake with a hand on his lower back, applying pressure, trying to add a little stability while standing up. And now Tyler Franks with these frequent shots in the midsection. Jackson Drake with a handful of hair brings the champion down to the mat now.
Taking a moment to admire his handiwork is Jackson Drake.
He's got to be careful not to get ahead of himself. Obviously has the credentials, has the capability to become one finger across the chest, knowing damn well that's not going to be enough to keep down the champion.
And frankly, I think that he knows that that's not going to do it. I think right now, and as you talked about, as we've been talking about all match, these two know each other very, very well. That is a tactic. Jackson Drake knows that right now in this match, he is living rent-free in the head of our champion.
Jackson Drake, those forearms placed awfully close to the mouth. Of course, if you notice, every time Garrett Kent trying to get a good look, Jackson Drake turning his body, making sure he can't see. Jackson Drake in firm control here with his side headlock. With our champion down center of the ring, and the longer this hold is locked in, you have to imagine the more it favors Jackson Drake as this match rolls on. That's a lot of pressure put on the neck of Tyler Franks, who of course we know likes to utilize the final plow, which uses a lot of neck strength, and Tyler Franks breaks out.
He had no choice but to power out of it at that. He knew he couldn't break the grip. He had no choice but to fight up as the sweat continues to fly here in Gadsden.
We knew this would be a hard-hitting exchange, and we are certainly seeing it here tonight. Two men who I have no doubt could be the future of professional wrestling. I think both these men need to get accustomed to seeing on our TV screens, as both are thinking the same thing. With a clothesline, center of the ring. You see that a lot in matchups where you pit two friends against one another. Tyler Franks up and over, shades of what we saw in Haas against Richard Holiday. And once again at Anniversary 9.
Both men throwing everything on the line. Every time we see one of these transitions, every time we see one of these exchanges, both men have no choice but to just catch their breath, take a moment, rethink the strategy, and that's right back where we are right now as the fans will. Tyler Franks back to his feet, but Jackson Drake follows right after him.
Tyler blocks the right from Jackson Drake. We want to give a quick shout out to our friends at NWA Crossfire, who will be hosting Black Harvest on October 4th, which Jackson Drake will be facing off against Juventud Guerrera for the NWA Crossfire Championship. And Tyler Franks got a big night as well, facing off against NWA World Heavyweight Champion Tom Latimer. But tonight it is all about the New South Championship, as Tyler Franks doing whatever it takes to retain.
Throwing everything on the line, throwing caution to the wind, throwing himself right into his opponent. Tyler Franks is starting to get that momentum swing right now, Carmen, and we know once that momentum gets moving, once Tyler Franks gets to moving just like this, he is almost impossible to stop.
Speaking of momentum, cover made. You saw right there, not a lot of energy in that pin, just rolled over into place onto Jackson Drake. To my point, using that bottom rope to add momentum to that rolling neck breaker, a move that has certainly proven to be very effective in the arsenal of Tyler Franks throughout the years. Certainly shades of a former New South alumni in Austin Theory. clubbing forearm blow from Tyler Franks. Now looking to power Jackson Drake up, going for that torture rack bomb, but Jackson Drake out of desperation, reaching and clawing for whatever he can get his hands on. Oh, going for that patented F5, the move that has won him championships all across the country.
Speaking of moves that have won championships.
Going for Finito, caught with a cutter. Jackson Drake to shock the world. We are going to have a new champion, but no!
Immediately going up top, immediately doing what he's got to do to keep Franks down. Taking a second to think about it, but now perched up top, Carmen.
That right there is what separates the upper echelon of professional wrestling from all the pretenders. That right there, he's showing that angst he really needs. A cover made. You sense that urgency, that desperation. He wants to stay on top of his opponent. And that right there is what makes Jackson Drake one of the greatest going today, but likewise Tyler Franks having the heart to still manage to kick out. I'm telling you, we're looking at the future right here, folks. Two of the best and brightest New South perhaps has ever seen. I think it's only a matter of time until the world wakes up to what we've got right here at the best in the South.
But right now, Jackson Drake not waiting for Franks to wake up after what could have been a knockout blow, and now he says he's going to put him away for good. But Franks dropping down, getting a hold of that leg, not letting Jackson get the leverage.
Excellent defense there, holding on to the ankle of Jackson Drake. We talked about this run of matches that Tyler Franks has been on. And certainly, we've heard time after time, match of the night, every defense that Tyler Franks has had with that championship. But, I mean, the question is certainly there. Do you think Tyler Franks is burning the candle at both ends?
I want to say that. I think in a lot of cases with a lot of champions, and we've definitely seen that with previous champions, but with Tyler Franks, I think he just keeps getting better and better every night, and we're seeing it in examples just like this.
Tyler Franks rolls through with the momentum, goes for a jackknife cover, but look at the core strength of Jackson Drake. It looks like he hasn't had a carb in the last 18 years of his life. These two jockeying for a backslide. Tyler Franks uses the turnbuckles.
Great ring IQ from the champ.
Flip up and over.
Gets caught.
Backslide from the champion.
Fakes him out, does Jackson.
Both men pulling everything out of their arsenal. Caught on the shoulders of Tyler Franks. Look at the strength of the New South champion.
But can Franks capitalize? Can he make the cover in time? Slowly turns Drake over.
Leg is hooked. Not only hooked, you saw Tyler Franks grab his wrist, trying to get every little extra bit of torque he could on that pin. There's crowd chanting, "This is awesome." I'm telling you what, we are seeing out of Tyler Franks these last few months is absolutely next level. We have witnessed a metamorphosis from someone already who is on the upper tier of New South. Hold on. Was going for Finito. Jackson had it scouted, and now going for the F5. Whoa, 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 whoa. Close call for Garrett Kent.
Is it enough to capitalize?
We were a heartbeat away from a new champion. Back fist from Tyler Franks. Off the ropes, Finito. No, but Garrett Kent pulled in the way.
But look at Jackson.
Jackson Drake going low.
Not like this.
Seeing an opportunity, and after defenses from Tyler Franks. It looks like the rain is going to end at the hands of a low blow, Adam Hunter, to make it official.
No!
Tyler Franks still somehow. We are witnessing a career-defining run from all business Tyler Franks. Jackson Drake with nothing but hate and fire burning in his eyes as he looks in disdain to our official.
Just going right back to the throat of Tyler Franks, exhausting every bit of his allotted 5 count.
And that, again, that friendship just tossed out of the window, and that right there is exactly what happens when gold is on the line. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, as we see Adam Hunter. Rough night for our officials here. Someone has got to check on Adam. As we have anyone available to check on Adam. Meanwhile, in the ring, Jackson Drake using the wrist tape to choke Tyler Franks. Now taking a moment. Whoa. Jackson getting a lay of the land. I think you saw that switch flip. Now with sinister intentions, going for the F5 off the middle rope. Tyler Franks can sense the desperation.
But how much is left in the tank of the champion? Struggling every bit of the way.
Eats a boot from Jackson Drake. Stumbles on his way down, but the knee was effective. Final blow! But neither man can capitalize. Jackson Drake crawling towards the rope. Tyler Franks looking around in a daze. These two men doing whatever it takes to walk home here tonight as New South heavyweight champion.
That could have been a knockout blow to any other member of the roster, but somehow Tyler Franks is right back up.
You can certainly tell these two men have perfected their strikes. Misses with a spinning back fist. Now Jackson Drake looking to seize the opportunity, smelling the blood in the water. And Tyler Franks right on top of Jackson with an uppercut. This right here is what I love about professional wrestling. Two performers at the top of their game, leaving it all on the line.
Champ gets tripped up. Look at this, the shots right to the forehead of Tyler Franks. And Tyler Franks has no choice but to go down, and he's sitting right back there again.
Those Kawada kicks almost lull Tyler Franks in, and then a super kick once again to the temple, looking to throw off the equilibrium of the champion. X Factor from Tyler Franks.
Just gonna do it.
Off the ropes.
Finito!
Turns Jackson Drake inside out. Cover is made. Garrett Kent rolling his way back in the ring. Is it enough? And it is!
Here is your winner and still New South Heavyweight Champion, Tyler Franks!
We are witnessing greatness unfold before our eyes on a weekly basis. The streak continues for the New South heavyweight champion. And you can see how much was left in the ring as Jackson Drake crawls his way to the back. Tyler Frakes barely able to stand.
Franks proving once again, just like he did at Anniversary 9, just like he's done at every show before and since, why he will go down as one of the greatest heavyweight champions in New South's history.
And as Tyler Franks hoists Humongold over his head once again, we want to thank you so much for tuning in here tonight to Alabama Jam. On behalf of Rob Weathers, I have been Carmen Michael. We want to thank you for watching the best in the South.
Tonight, I think we're the best in the South. One thing doesn't change. I stand on business.